All right, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We are at Leadfoot City, their first regular drift event that they're having here. They did their pre-grand opening, which we made a video on. They did their actual grand opening, which we were out of state for, so we weren't able to attend. And then there's their first just full-blown drift event. They have the skid pad set up. Honestly, the layout's good. I like the layout. It's very wide, flowy. I was able to run the whole thing in second gear, but then I was starting to run out of gear. There was a point in the middle where there's like a manji, and I was starting to run out of gear there because kind of climbing a hill. But then once you get back into the rest of it, the car was fine. Everything was going good until I was following one of my buddies, and I entered too slow, and the car understeered really bad in the front. Now for tires, I have, for this event, I'm trying to go through some of my old tires that I have laying around. So I have Kenda steers, and then the Kendas in the back are my 235/40 steers that I ran those on my Mitsubishi and on this car since 2021. So I was like, they might not even work very well here. And I put them on the car, did a couple laps. And yeah, I mean, I probably could have done the whole rest of the day. We made it halfway through the day, but I probably could have gone the whole rest of the day on just these Kendas. It is the surface out here at Leadfoot. It's so smooth and just, it's grippy, but then it's also doesn't wear tires, which is nice. But when I entered behind Mitch, I was going too slow. The car understeered really bad, and I think because of that, I put a lot of pressure on that front right corner of the car. And I was like, wow, the car's understeering really bad. This doesn't feel right. Get out, go through the rest of the course, and then when I go to the next left-hander where my wheels turned to the left, the car had no steering angle. And it spun, because I was like, okay, this is weird. It had less angle than a stock V. So I was like, all right, something's wrong. I come back in, turn the wheel, check the tie rods. That thing is so tacoed, you could pick it up at the drive-thru at Taco Bell. And it sucks because I have spares at home, but we packed very lightly today, and realistically, I didn't feel like laying on the hot asphalt down here in Florida right now, replacing the tie rod on the ground. But I used to run beefier tie rods, and here, I'll explain as I go. So I used to run beefier tie rods on this car, and I went back to stock tie rods 2 events ago, just because I wanted to make sure that the angle kit, the Stansco kit all worked with it. And we had a good event here, but I think we just put way too much pressure on the front of the car that we bent this, and then we bent the adapter piece here. The bend is primarily in the factory tie rod, but it took that black piece with it. I unscrewed it a little bit just to get the wheel straight enough that it isn't too bad to basically load up on the trailer. But then looking at my tape marks here, I mean, we had no additional contact from what we had as in the last video, and it doesn't look like our tie rod hit anything on the lower control arm to cause a bend. So I think it's just from all that weight being put down on the front of the car on this corner. I think that's what caused it. Everything else is good in here with the angle kit. So it sucks, but I guess that's racing. That'll happen. And I just got to make sure I enter faster. I was chasing somebody, so I kind of have my hands tied, but it is what it is. I mean, I could have, if I had the rears aired up a little bit more, it probably would have not happened, wouldn't understeered, but it just started pushing the front real bad. So we have spares at home. We'll go get that taken care of. I have some ideas on also beefing up this piece, the adapter piece there, to go from the Heim joint to the factory tie rod, but we are working currently on our lower control arms, and with the lower control arms, we have a much beefier tie rod, inner tie rod, that I used to run when I had cut knuckles, and even when I first started with this angle kit, and I never had tie rod problems. So I will certainly be going back to those beefier tie rods once we get a lower control arm on this car, but you know, that'll come in time. Otherwise, the event layout's good here. I got some footage with the GoPro on my helmet, which hopefully, you know, captured some good stuff. But yeah, there's some cool cars here, good weather today. It's actually hot for this time of the year for what it's been, but yeah, I mean, a lot of people came out, a lot of spectators, a lot of drivers, and all that good stuff. All right, first lap. Let's see what this track is like. It's wide, there's sweepers and stuff, so how we go. I did the whole thing in second, and I was trying not to hit limiter, but I ran out of gear a little bit after the Manji.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you came out wide, and then you ran out of steam to make this wide.
Yeah, I ran out of wheel speed.
Yeah.
But like, I don't want to shift up to third because it's just gonna bog.
Yeah.
So.
And that was like the only thing, otherwise it looked good. Understeered so bad. So at the end of the day, unfortunate that we broke so early, but it's always a good time here at Leadfoot. They were running the grid pretty hot, which is nice. There was like no line really. Got to turn some laps, some good laps for myself and some good laps with Mitch. And yeah, with that being said, we have Fuel Fest coming up on March 1st. So we're just gonna take the car home. I gotta finish wrapping the rear bumper, and that's really it. Not much to do other than replace the tie rod, but we got a spare. And I'm gonna be sure to bring a fully assembled spares package to Fuel Fest with me, because Fuel Fest, I definitely don't want to run into the situation where we are bending tie rods and something little like that is taking me out for the day. Today, you know, it's whatever, it's no big deal. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching. I know this was a much shorter video than what I expected, but make sure you hit the like button and I don't know, tell your friends or something.